The less that you can take is better for you. It's not like other things that the more you take, the more effect it has. It's not like that. Cannabis, they call it biphasal dosing, that if you go too high, you can lose all the side effects, or sorry, all the good benefits and just have all side effects. So it's very important that you start low and you work your way up to the proper dose. So 1 drop is 0.05 of a mil, and 2 drops is 1.1 of a mil. So there are a lot of people that are very ill, seniors. We do a lot of people in nursing homes, and for them that are on a lot of different medications, we start them out at a very low dose like that, because we want to watch how it interacts with the other medication, because the goal is to take them off of some of that if possible and improve their pain or whatever they're taking it for. The easiest way to obtain legal cannabis is to ask your doctor. There's a lot of referral-only clinics. We were a referral-only clinic, but now we've opened it up and we'll take self-referrals. We did bring some referral forms with us, so if you're interested in seeing one of our doctors, you can just fill out a form and then they'll call you and they'll book you an appointment. There used to be a lot of cannabis clinics that you would have to pay to get a medical document written. There's only a few of them left now because there's so many doctors now that are prescribing it. It's not necessary. And the College of Physicians frowns upon that. They say that it's illegal. Free cannabis clinics. So we are basically a free cannabis clinic now. Just your OHIP card and you'll be able to see a doctor. You can purchase it through licensed producers. You can buy it on the Ontario website. There's a lot of cannabis stores that are open now and even more are going to be open, or you can grow it yourself.
That's it?
That it? That's it. Okay, questions?
So, in all of its different forms, it is legal and illegal.
In all of these forms, it is completely legal depending on where you get it from. So the illegal sources are the ones that they don't have approval from Health Canada to sell it. So right now, there aren't any edibles or any topicals on the market that are legal. So some of the licensed producers have been selling bottles of cream, and then you buy their oil separately and you mix it in and make a topical. But you can do that with any cream. But that's all going to come out soon. There'll be a ton of topicals.
My interest in that is that, regardless of whether you're a senior or not, or whatever is being said, you go to a friend's house and they add it to something, and then you go for a drive and you get pulled over.
Yeah, they shouldn't be doing that. That's not right. They should be telling you. That's not a friend.
Say, oh, it's legal now, right?
Well, it may be legal,
yeah.
but yeah, that's not. You know, that's up to you to be your own cannabis control board, right? Because you will. It's different when you're older. Like, I have used cannabis all my life, and I have used it recreationally, and I've used it medicinally. And I can tell you now that being older, my cannabis consumption is very low. It's almost all CBD. And if I do any THC, it's like a puff or two, that's it, and I don't drive for the rest of the day.
My mother actually does that. She'll smoke a joint when her asthma's bad.
Yeah.
Which sounds kind of strange, but it was.
Yeah, bronchial dilator.
Yeah.
Just a couple things I just want to highlight. So one of the things, and this is meant to be more of a general sort of conversation, a lot of this stuff, but when you're talking to our clinics and medical professionals, we don't talk about the animals and things like that. People are doing it, and everybody asks questions about it, so, to make people aware of that, we're not recommending that you try it on your animals and things like that, but we're just kind of talking about what's happening in the industry, and just want to clarify, of course, with children and all of that, see a medical professional. This is a very, very specialized field, and most of that is happening with people with autism and epilepsy. These are people that are having 20, 30 seizures a day. So we're talking about very specialized situations. And as Teresa mentioned, we've just started doing a very, very specific self-referral process. We're not like a lot of the other clinics where you pay, you go in and you get a self-referral. So we are accepting a certain patient cohort, but it's a very tight-knit group because we want to make sure that we're achieving a proper level of care, quality of care to the patients. So it's not everyone come in and get it. So it's a very specific cohort. And again, we would 99% rather you get a referral from your physician to come in. Those are a couple of things. And again, this is just kind of, again, providing people with a bunch of information and seeing what's going on out there in the market. And it's meant to be a general sort of information session. And when you have questions, what we would say is ask your physician.
There's so much information on cannabis, you know, you can never get to the end of it all. And I have to say that we found that CBD acts as an adjuvant to a lot of medication that people are taking. It makes it work better. So antibiotics, it looks like it makes the antibiotics work better. It looks like it makes people's blood sugar better. So we always recommend that they check their blood sugar on a regular basis if they're diabetic. So if you're on medications or you have a heart condition, and certainly any children, you're definitely well advised to go see a doctor for it.
Can you tell me more about the CBD and the THC? There's one that that gives you a high,
Yep.
and there's the other one doesn't, but it gives you the medicinal effects. Can you talk a
Did
little
everyone
bit
get the
about
question on
So
that?
he's asked about CBD versus THC. So CBD is the cannabinoid. There's over 100 cannabinoids in cannabis. So there's other ones that aren't as prevalent, but THC is the most commonly found cannabinoid, and CBD is the next. And CBD is the one that a lot of people are using because it doesn't get them high. So you're able to take CBD, you're able to drive on it. It's the one that is the most commonly used for different disorders. And THC, sometimes people have to use THC, but the doctor will advise you. It's more like neuropathic pain, but a doctor could advise you. You're better to learn how to use it properly. Wow. Yeah.
So the CBD you can get at the Ontario stores as well?
You can, but it's...
But you're suggesting that people get a medical referral?
Yeah. So you learn how to dose it properly and to watch other medications you're on. You get a better price through a licensed producer. You can claim the amount of it on your income tax. The cannabis stores charge us more, and they're not a consistent supply. If you're relying on them to dose yourself with CBD, you might be very, very unlucky.
So is that how you differentiate between medicinal and in slide you showed projections for medicinal and recreational? So is THC recreational or is it both?
Yeah, it's a bit of both. He wants to know if THC is considered recreational and CBD medical. No, and a lot of people are thinking now that some of the medical users are actually medicating themselves with it. So they're treating anxiety or whatever with it as well, or chronic pain after a hard day on the construction site, whatever. So there is a blurring of the lines, but it just, some people just find it easier to go to the cannabis store, but, well, they thought it would be easier, but not so much.
It was really good in the coffee. I enjoyed that.
I made it myself.
A couple of questions. Our wonderful Prime Minister brought this in. How much tax is he collecting on this?
Oh my God.
The other question is, you said if your private insurance pays, does OHIP not pay any of this?
Yeah, the question is how much money have they taxed it? So, and then the next question is, does OHIP pay any? So the first question, there's even more tax on it than there was before. They added a premium tax onto it. Every province is different. Some provinces it's in the double digits. They added a tax on top of the medical cannabis as well. So, you know, I think it's another 15% on Ontario. It's a lot, it's very high. So it's very interesting to note that with all of this legalization, the government lost $42 million on legalization last year. So California is providing homes for homeless people, but Canada lost $42 million. And sorry, what was the second part? OHIP. Yeah, not yet. They say that CBD will be the first thing. So there's no drug identification number, which is the issue. That's why companies aren't providing payment for it. So they think that CBD will be the first one to get a drug identification number. And, you know, it's coming, but I don't know when.
Is there any effect to the babies using this long?
Well, there have been some studies coming forward, and it's like anything, you know, you just, that's why I say you have to use it with caution and find the dose that works for you and don't go crazy on it. It's like anything, if you ingest too much of something, it's not good for you. So there is a little hint that might be taxing on the liver if you're taking huge amounts of it. Yeah, but it's yet to be seen.
Who regulates cannabis? Is it CBD or is it the national?
It's Health Canada, the Office of Cannabis. They have a special office to regulate it.
So it doesn't fall under prescription drugs and doesn't fall under national health law?
No, it doesn't have a drug identification number. So that's another controversy too, is that they're wanting to put CBD under natural health products. And there is CBD from hemp, and it is legal in the States, but Canada it's not. So any store you see selling CBD products is probably hemp, and it's not legal. It's not been sanctioned by the government.
So does that mean that there are no legal health claims that can be made cannabis?
No, there's studies that have, lots of studies, tons and tons of studies that have, shown that in so many people with this much whatever, THC or CBD, this is the effect that they had. So there are a lot of studies showing that, but there, needs to be more for sure. People are very conscious. This is the first medication that has been approved before the government approved it. The people demanded that it be legalized. So this is the first time ever this has happened, that it was all public people pressure that had cannabis approved for use, for medicinal use.
I'm going to wrap this up. Tom, do you have a quick question?
Yeah, I'm just wondering, is there a place where we can download the slides?
I can send them to you. I can send them to Rob, and then he can send them on to you.
I'll post it on the website. Great. Awesome. Teresa, thank you so much. Guys, thank you very much. I do have something for you. I'll let you pick. As a token of our appreciation, feel free to select. Yeah, I did. Yeah. They're all jealous of it.
It's a remedial program.
Vintage pen, 20 years from now. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you.